nice. Even
with
if it's
I use straightening irons sometimes just to like give straightening irons. La planchas.
Sí, pero para alisar o para ondular.
Son de lisar, pero yo los uso para poner un poco de forma. Yeah, no, I do. Sometimes I style it, but in the summer less, because in the summer there's like swimming pool and a lot of heat and you're sweating and blah blah blah. So in the summer I don't style it very much. And this, yeah, I did it like maybe 2 days ago, and yeah, I brushed it before I came out.
Yeah, look, I have to get out of the class at 9:30.
Okay.
Is the way we're saying it?
I have to get out of the class. I wouldn't say that. I would say I have to leave. I would have to leave early.
I have to leave earlier.
But it's not incorrect. I have to get out of the class. It's not technically incorrect. Get out is more for like get out of a vehicle. You know? Like I have to get out of the car, or I have to get out of here. Like tengo que salir del exterior del interior al exterior. No, I have to get out. So normally when it's like sales, it's I have to leave. Okay, no problem.
Can I have some water, please?
Of course.
I forgot my bottle, and I have to go to the bathroom also.
Of course.
How many demands? How do we say? It's not demands. ¿Cuántas necesidades tengo?
Needs, lots of needs.
How many needs? What?
Needs.
But the full sentence.
It depends how you want to say it. You could say, I have so many needs, or what a lot of needs. If you want to say like, vaya
What a lot of needs.
What a lot of needs.
Oh, it's so beautiful, this bottle. You have lovely things. Yeah, beautiful things.
I like nice things. So if I have the opportunity, I like to surround myself with nice things.
Yes.
But I don't always have the opportunity.
This is very special point.
Corner. Yeah. Yeah, this is my little corner. It's because we painted this local last summer. This time last year, we were here like painting it all. I've done lots of different things with it over the years, no? And then last summer we painted it again. And then this I just did like maybe 2 months ago, just to make this like a little area for me to sit, like to differentiate between the rest of the local. Yeah, go for it. Okay. So, did you go to work today?
Oh, yesterday and today it was hard. I had 2 hard days at work. And today...
You have the microphone now.
And today I had 2 meetings in English.
Yeah.
And amazing. I was not prepared because I only received this information 1 hour earlier. And I could read some documents, how you said the other day. I had time to skim read the documents. And yes, but it was not bad because I tried to be calm and I tried to make short sentences.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Well, at the end, I felt good, but in the second one, I was more stressed because I had no information about these. The researcher didn't send me any information, previous information, and we had this meeting with this super institution that is the main research institution in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping that they were, yes, it was very good in a technical way, but in the management part, I felt they were softer, and well, I had to give my opinion over there, but I couldn't. ¿Cómo se dice? No me atreví.
I didn't dare.
I didn't dare to be super, we would say, assertiva.
Assertive.
Well, maybe it's not the right word I want to use here. I mean that I tried not to confront their information with mine. So
Yeah.
I had zero information about this project. And once I had the opportunity to give my opinion about something more on my expertise, I was kind of soft. And also I felt a little bit more messy with the words. Okay, I was uncomfortable over there. And
Okay.
I know that I didn't communicate it well.
Okay. Okay. I would just reframe your language back to you. One, in terms of what I'm hearing, and two, just on that last comment, I would say that instead of saying I didn't communicate well, I would say there are a couple of things within my communication that I would like to improve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because saying I didn't communicate well is probably not true. And it's a relative statement because you didn't communicate well in comparison to
Of course, in comparison with my first meeting, where I could organize better my ideas and be more correct in the sentence structure also.
Yeah.
I felt more uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you didn't feel very prepared. You didn't feel maybe that you had enough information, and that you didn't feel like you were maybe honest enough. You're saying assertive enough, but that you're saying that you basically kept quiet more than you.
Quiero decir que no, en vez de decir, mira, claro, como tenía todas las dificultades del mundo en ese momento, hice las frases como más rudimentarias y no quería confrontar la otra persona que era la coordinadora, que estaba dando una opinión diciendo, bueno, no lo vamos a hacer muy bien así porque no hace falta, y ella daba sus justificaciones, y otras personas queríamos defender otra opción y no fui súper asertiva en defender esa opción.
Yeah, I'm hearing that you didn't want to be confrontational, or you were avoiding confrontation. And my question is, were you avoiding that confrontation because you didn't feel like you're comfortable enough with your English?
With my arguments in English.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was being messy. So I felt, oh my God.
Yeah, you felt like your communication wasn't sophisticated enough to be able to argue well enough.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a very real
that's it.
issue. That's a very real pain point in our evolution with languages. There have been many times in my evolution with Spanish, in my journey with Spanish, that I couldn't argue a point or couldn't speak up about something because I just didn't feel like I would be able to argue it.
Yeah. But
that's also a good thing because it's motivation.
Yes. Well, that's the thing why I need to come here, because, okay, I accept that this will pass. I was, in my mind, tenía esta previsión, ¿cómo se dice? Para mí estaba...
I was expecting
some kind of this, but I also need to be more confident for the next time I want to speak better. And it's the same thing. In the first meeting, it was at 9 o'clock, I was rushing to read some documentation and to prepare something. Well, at the end, it went well.
Yeah, in the end,
it went well. But that's the thing. I know also that if I do not have information enough and time, sufficient time, enough time to prepare things, if
you and everyone.
Yeah.
You and everyone.
Yeah.
We need time. We need time to prepare things. We need time to practice.
Yes.
And so that's why an amazing command of a language doesn't come overnight, does it?
So that's it.
Do you ever write down things that you want to say?
You mean in the meetings?
Well, in the meetings, I wasn't referring to in the meetings, but
in general.
Could.
No, I'm not really doing this exercise, and I know it's very good because you recommended this to write some ideas.
Yeah, I'm circling back to that because I was looking at the accompanying content, and one of the tools that I offer, one of the suggestions is, aside from recording, what we're doing now, I think recording is so good. If you record yourself and you watch yourself and you listen to yourself, you learn so much. And another one that for me has been so useful is writing.
Yes. The other day what I did was ask ChatGPT to help me to sketch ¿cómo se dice guión? A script. And I recorded my voice before a meeting that I had, but I didn't the exercise of writing it. Okay, so I gave some prompts to ChatGPT and they wrote it for me,
which is good in terms of you recording yourself and you pronouncing and things like that. But I think your pronunciation is very good. So I think where you might have a weakness and where you could work on is the actual construction of clear, concise sentences.
Yes.
So if you force yourself to do that in writing, starting with a subject and ending with a full stop, clear sentences and not repeating things or not saying things twice, saying the same thing twice.
Yes.
Like I just did.
Yes. And I know that I have to improve there. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and writing can help because it forces you to...
Yeah. What I usually do is that I write some kind of ideas in an Excel for my working day. I don't want to say agenda.
I would say diary, my timetable.
In my timetable, what I do is that I do note some little sentences, like little ideas, what I have to speak about. That's what I do. But I think I will try to be more, ¿cómo se dice? Desarrollar más. To develop these points. So
develop the points more, or develop the points further.
Because I do write some kind of telegrams, the topics that I have to speak.
Like points.
Like points, bullets.
Bullet points, yeah. I think what you need to work on is asserting points, asserting opinions, asserting information, asserting or articulating, however you want to frame the
asserting.
Asserting is like afirmar, afirmando. opiniones o afirmando puntos.
Yeah.
Information,
Yeah.
asserting or articulating. So what's the thing that I want to say? So, for example, in that meeting today where you avoided being confrontational because you weren't sure you could assert your point well enough, what is it that you actually wanted to say? What was your key point? If you could have just made one point, what would it have been?
I would like to say that okay, so I'm not saying that we split the work packages artificially, but we could try to figure out how to split them in a way that technically it has some sense, but also that help us to finish some work packages at the same time that the reporting period starts.
Okay. This is the issue. The issue is, before you finish your point, you've lost me.
Quiero decir, te lo digo en español para que me ayudes a organizarlo. O sea, quiero decir, no tenemos que hacer una división de work packages de forma artificial, pero puede ser muy conveniente analizar si hay una posibilidad de dividir algunos manteniendo que sean técnicamente viables y con sentido, pero que podamos ir cerrando work packages en el periodo de justificación, porque en esto es cuando recibimos el dinero. El sentido es, si el periodo de justificación es en el mes 18 y mi paquete de trabajo termina en el 32, yo no recibo dinero hasta el 32. Entonces,
okay, stop. I think the issue, you have the same issue in Spanish. It doesn't matter whether it's English or Spanish. You lose me. You're explaining something, and before you have a chance to actually get your point across, get the information across, I'm lost. My attention's gone. I want you to actually hold my attention and make me understand the point. So, for example, even in what you've just said, why did you start with, I'm not saying blah, blah, blah? In Spanish you said, I'm not...
no vamos a dividirlos artificialmente.
¿Por qué empieces con lo
porque
que
había
no
mucha,
vas a hacer?
Porque, claro, porque había mucha negativa de parte.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Start with the affirmation of what you actually want to suggest. And just do it very, very short, very short.
It may be useful to split. No puedo decir esto, to split. Quiero incentivarlos a analizar si pueden, sin perder el sentido técnico, hacer una subdivisión ahí del tiempo de trabajo. ¿Me explico? Y terminar algunas tareas antes. Okay, so.
Just make me understand first. You have work timetables or blocks of time? Blocks of
yes,
work
blocks
time?
of work.
And you're suggesting dividing them.
Dividing them.
They're not such long blocks.
Yes,
you want to make short
yes.
blocks. Okay. So, but I understand that they understand that. That's fine. Okay. So,
hello.
So,
sorry.
So now I understand what you're trying to say. Tell me again.
I suggest that we analyze carefully if it's possible.
Okay, no, or I'm already lost. Because you've started with I suggest. I suggest tells me nothing. That we analyze carefully tells me nothing. You're being too polite. You're being too apologetic. You're like dancing around your point. So go straight to the point.
Okay. If it's possible. Otra vez parece que me estoy excusando, ¿no?
Okay, if it's a question, it should be is it, not if it's. Is it possible?
Is it possible to split the work packages in a manner that some of them could finish at the same time as the reporting period starts?
Okay, well, this is better. This is better. We're getting somewhere. Is it possible to split work packages so that everyone finishes at the same time? Is that what you're saying?
Not exactly. So the work package, instead of going from month 9 to month 30, we could split it. So some tasks will finish at month 18. That's where we receive money. And after we continue this work package in another timetable, with other tasks. And after that, we will receive another amount of money.
Okay. So you're trying to divide the work into sort of different subvention, like grant time periods.
Yes.
No? Okay. So, and they're going to understand that, no?
Yes,
they're going to understand what you're saying. Okay.
We all understand what we are talking about.
So again, just say it simply. Is it possible to split the time packages across grant?
La cosa es que no quiero pedir que vean si es posible. Quiero afirmar que siempre que sea técnicamente, que tenga técnicamente sentido, siempre es posible, hay una manera de dividirlo.
Okay, so then why don't we, instead of is it possible, do you understand the term, why don't we? ¿Por qué no bla, bla, bla? ¿Por qué no hacemos esto? Yeah? Why don't we split the work packages so that some of the tasks fall in this grant area and some of them fall in that grant area? Yeah, I actually don't know what the terminology is for that. That's why I was struggling. So you have periods of time where you're receiving funding and then another period of time where you're receiving more funding.
No, nowadays, I don't know if you know the lump sum project funding. The lump sum works, it's a new way of working. If you get your project approved, you can receive a pre-financing, refinancing. And after, you have to demonstrate that you have finished some tasks in you say in which period this task will finish.
You have to finish the tasks
hago un dibujo.
that you said you were going to finish.
Yes, no? but at the same time, you made your Gantt. But at the same Gantt, okay, this.
A Gantt
your Gantt
diagram.
Chart?
Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, for example, you have a project for 36 months. You have, for example, 3 reporting periods at month 12, at month, for example, 24, and 36, for example. In this period of reporting is when you...
So you can call them reporting periods,
yes.
Maybe. So maybe you could use that language. Maybe you could say, why don't we split the work packages into 2 reporting periods?
Yes, that's why I was trying to argument.
That's what I was trying to argue.
To argue, because it's quite common. People try to do it. Also, we have to make it technically logic.
Logical.
It is kind of possible. It is possible. Because the logic is, if I have to report my tasks at month 12 and my work package that I've designed, it says that goes until month 24, I only receive the money month 24. Even if I have a reporting period over there, I can't receive nothing, but because I said that my tasks will finish on month 24. Am I doing this clear now?
I think so.
So my idea is, if we look a little bit more in detail, we could think in a way that we could split some work packages, maintaining it technically available, manteniéndolos técnicamente adecuados.
Yeah. This is before applying for the grant. Or
Yes, this is before, because we have to prepare
this
it.
isn't after being accepted for the grant.
We have to organize and plan all this before, because we have to think how we'll receive money, when,
to keep going,
and what are our duties. For example, we have to report on several in certain periods.
Yeah.
But if I say that I will end this task at month 32, I won't receive money until that month. And I could think in a way where I could split my work package. So I finish some tasks at month 12, 24, and after. Okay, do I make my clear? Yeah. I tried today to say this.
Yeah.
But
okay.
in a messy
way. So say it again to me. Please. Come and sit in the chair. Yeah. Come and sit in the chair and say it to me and Ima in the most simple, short, concise way possible. Yeah. Sometimes it gets activated and tracks. I'm going to turn the tracking. Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
So we should try to analyze the possibility to split the work packages so they match the reporting period.
Again.
Full spot.
Again.
We should split.
What about what if?
What if
instead of we should?
What if we split the work packages in a way that coincide with the reporting period?
Yeah, in a way that coincides.
In a way that coincides with the reporting period. This because in
stop.
Okay. Full stop.
Okay.
Full stop. Full spot. Full stop.
Full stop. And now I'm saying stop because I want to know. Well, is that clear to other people? Because if it's clear, then why you don't need to say anything else. If you're going to say something else, it should be something different or something extra. That's important. But if you're going to say the same thing to me again in a different way, no. Do you understand what she's talking about? Okay. Okay. So is there anything else you have to say there?
Not really. I don't think so.
Okay. So that's enough. Because that's also another thing I want to show you. Because maybe sometimes you avoid speaking because you're worried that you're not going to communicate clearly enough. But actually, it's more simple than you think.
Yes.
I am guilty of this too. Most people I know are guilty of saying something, over-explaining something. Especially to intelligent people. You want to make a suggestion you wanted to make a suggestion in your meeting. And the suggestion is, what if, or why don't we split the work packages so that they can coincide with earlier reporting periods and we can get money?
Yeah. Well, several researchers said that in that meeting, but the coordinator was not available to think about this.
Why? In what way?
Why?
Yeah. Did she not want to listen?
No. Yes, she listened too, but she wasn't very available to.
You mean she wasn't receptive?
Receptive to look at this point.
Because when you say available, you mean no estaba disponible. Pero no quieres decir eso. Quieres decir no estaba dispuesta.
Yes, because
so available is not a good word. So she wasn't receptive.
Yes, she was justifying another way of doing it. So what I said, like other two
Okay,
people.
so then now, what's your argument in favor? Because now you've given me the proposition. The proposition is, why don't we split the packages into 2 different time periods? What's your argument? Why? Justify it.
Okay, my justification is that it makes it easier to manage the funds and yes, that's it.
That's it. Okay, so that's enough. Stop.
It's enough.
That's another point. Okay, it makes it easier to manage the funds. Why?
Why? Because we in this lump sum strategy, we only receive the funds. Even if we receive pre-financing, we receive funds once we finish our work packages.
I need you to explain that better.
Okay, so it helps. It makes management easier.
Why? Yeah, you already said that. Why?
Yeah, because we receive funds once we finish our work packages.
So what you want to say is we will get funding earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, yeah.
Y con esto, a ver, esto ya es más elaborado. Quiero decir, ¿cómo nos afecta mucho esto a nosotros? Que tenemos que contratar a gente y tenemos que afrontar los sueldos de la gente, ¿no? Entonces, hay una tensión de tesorería ahí importante, que es que hasta el mes X vamos a tener que estar pagando sin recibir el dinero para esos sueldos.
Okay, so there you've justified it. Say it in English.
¿Cómo se dice esto en inglés?
We need to pay people's salaries, and if we are waiting for funding, we have financial difficulty.
Super easy.
But you can say that. You can say that.
Yes. Because if we have to pay salaries and we only receive funds at the end of our work packages, it will make it difficult.
Difficult. You don't have to say anything else, no? It's obvious what's difficult,
Yes.
no? It's difficult to pay the salaries because
Yeah.
you already said that, no?
Yeah.
Where I would say, to me, you're not being completely clear. I guess for them it's probably clearer because they are within the context, is when you're saying that you keep saying we're going to get paid at the end of the work packages, but your argument is that you split the work packages. So I would use the terminology of shorter and longer and not having to wait. No? Why don't we split the work packages, or why don't we make the work packages smaller, or why don't we make the work packages shorter so that we can receive funds for tasks completed and therefore have our cash flow more manageable?
Ooh, that's it.
No? Yeah?
That's it, yes.
Yeah, we want to, and so the thing is, once you have the point clear, you can change the order, no? You can start with, we need to make cash flow more manageable. So why don't we make the work packages shorter and we can get paid for tasks completed earlier?
Yeah.
Because the order doesn't matter. It's just having the point clear. And all the things, all the language of I suggest this and blah, 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 it's unnecessary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it makes you look more assertive and more confident and more collected and composed.
Totally.
Just, why do we do this? Because of this. Because of this. Yeah? Okay. Something else. What else do you want to talk about? And what else? Something else maybe that you didn't say today because you didn't know how to say it, or something else you want to practice in the class?
No, this was the most, the moment that I struggled most.
The moment that I struggled the most.
The most, yes.
Which is fine. It's normal. It's normal. I was saying to Sophia that for many, many years, I didn't say things because I didn't know how to say them in Spanish. So I just kept my mouth shut. Normal. It's a process. It's a process. But it's motivating as well. It motivates you to learn because you want to be able to communicate your opinions, your ideas. And your idea sounds very good. Your idea sounds reasonable. Your idea sounds sensible. It sounds helpful. So you need to get it. You need to get it out there.
The thing I try to say is also because now with this new way of doing things, more and more people are doing this, are splitting the work packages.
Okay, so that's another thing you can say. But go straight to it. More and more people are doing this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to say. And a little bit of expression, no? That's your convincing when you're in a room with people. You just say, more and more people are doing this. It's working. That's your argument. That's your push. That's your encouragement.
Yeah.
Go.
The thing is that, okay, so I was talking to the coordinator, and the first time we were unknown because I was invited at last.
We were unknown
because I was invited to this meeting at the last moment, and I had to give my opinion. And I was looking that I was being aware that she was not receptive to this idea that others were making. Because I think it's more comfortable to her, because it's more like the way she used it to work. And
this is where like understanding language helps. No, when you are perceptive, so you have perceived that she's not receptive to that idea, and you've perceived that maybe it's because she's used to working in another way, and no one wants to change if they don't have to, because when we're used to working in a certain way, it's comfortable, it's our comfort zone. So that's when you say, oh, I know that you're probably used to working in the other way, but lots of people are doing this now, it's working really well, and it won't be difficult. And then maybe justify like how easy it will be to make the change, or I will show you how we do it, something like that. No? Yeah. Okay, Emma. How are you?
Fine.
How's Mama?
Regular.
Yeah. You can
But
say
in 2 days I'm going on holidays.
yeah.
I forgot
You're going to
everything.
abandon her.
Work, my mom, everything.
You can say could be better. You know, like when someone says like ¿qué tal? And in Spanish you say regular. We don't have a sentence. We don't really say regular. We're more specific. We're like, well, and then we're specific, no? And you can say something like could be better, no? Podría estar mejor. For example, I'm just giving you an example of something to say. Unless you want to specifically say, well, she blah blah blah. But if you don't want to, if you want to use just like one of those bucket statements like irregular y no precisas, yeah, you can say something like, oh, could be better. And then that tells me she's not great. You could say not great as well, but that's also slightly more negative. No, not great. When you say could be better, it's almost humorous. It's almost like a light-hearted way of saying, not great, but you know, yeah, could be better.
Could be better.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Set an alarm for 10 minutes. Do you want me to put something on the board on the
If
TV?
you want.
Do I need to?
No.
Okay, I won't then. I'll let you read.
Voy a poner de pie.
Yeah, good. Well done.
Lo que pasa es que tengo los ojos hoy, no veo.
Ya te veo con los ojos
Sí,
un poco.
estoy muy cansada.
Yeah.
Llevo toda
you
la
look,
semana
you
durmiendo
look really
poco.
tired, actually. Yeah, you look destroyed.
Sí. Y no puedo casi abrir los ojos, ya te digo. Bueno. Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about a part of the project that, although it is not engineering or
No. Engineering.
Engineering.
Say it again.
Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about a part of the project that, although it's not engineering or construction, often goes unnoticed and is just as critical. How we engage with everyone around the project. This is what the stakeholder engagement plan is about. Basically, it's the...
Okay, one sec. I know that you're probably going to be like, please don't change my language now, but I'm just going to give you some things to think about. Instead of that sentence, which is, I'm going to talk about a part of the project that, although is not engineering, blah, 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 it's a bit like what I'm saying to Sophia. It's a little bit long-winded. You can just go straight to say something like, this part of the project is not about engineering, but blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, in fact, de hecho, ¿no? In fact, when I have to give this presentation in Spanish, the script was this, but in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I
you improvised and summarized. Yeah.
Because when I read it, there are words that
that you didn't feel were necessary.
Yes.
Yeah. Another way of saying in fact in this particular context is actually. Actually, when I gave this speech in Spanish, I summarized. Yeah, actually. It's one of those false friends because actualmente in Spanish doesn't mean the same thing. Actualmente is like ahora, no? Yes. But we say actually es como de hecho.
De hecho, realmente, ¿no?
Yeah,
eso
realmente.
Eso sí se puede traducir.
Exactly.
Okay. Go on. I go on. Basically, it's the framework that governs how we engage with all the key players in the project. Public administration, the local community, the business community, environmental associations, and so on. From the moment we start designing it throughout construction and for the entire operational life of the data center. It's not a document you complete once and file away. It's a living roadmap that accompanies the project at every phase. The objective is to guarantee transparent, ongoing dialogue with everyone affected by or interested in the project. And here I want to underline one idea. This goes beyond regulatory compliance. Complying with the law is the minimum. Complying with the law is the minimum.
Okay.
Go back.
Okay. Go back to the sentence that includes the word govern. Govern. Unas cuantas frases anteriores. Govern.
Basically, is the framework that governs.
Better. Governs
how we engage with all the key players in the project. Public administrations, the local community, the business community, environmental associations, and so on. From the moment we start designing it throughout construction and for the entire operational life of the data center. It's not a document you complete once and file away. It's a living roadmap that accompanies the project. Accompanies the project at every phase. The objective is to guarantee transparent ongoing dialogue. With everyone affected by or interested in the project. And here I want to underline one idea. This goes beyond regulatory compliance. Beyond regulatory compliance. Complying with the law is the minimum. This plan aims for something more ambitious. The plan is organized around two major pillars of work. Major pillars of work. On one hand, regulated engagement. Regulated.
No, ahí
Regulated.
está bien. Regulated. Claro, cambia el acento.
Regulated engagement.
Good.
Everything we're required to do because the law demands it, plus the sustainability standards we've chosen to pursue, and which, although voluntary, are regulated.
You can, you're
Madre
fine, you're
mía.
good, you're good. There's lots and lots of things that you have great now. Voluntary.
Voluntary are regulated. On the other hand, voluntary engagement. Everything we do because we want to, not because we are required to, in order to build a strong relationship with the community and reinforce what we call our social license to operate. These two pillars aren't separate. Separate.
La primera A no se pronuncia. Separate. Y la segunda A se pronuncia como E. Separate.
They're coordinated within a single roadmap, synchronized with the milestones of the permitting timeline. Let's start with the regulated side.
With the regulated site.
Site. This slide is a snapshot of where we stand right now in the overall permitting process. I'll start with what's already closed, which is quite a lot. We have 300 megawatts of power secured from the Rio Caya substation. We have all the land secured, both for the data center and for the electrical infrastructure. And an important milestone, in November 2025, we obtained the Declaration of Business Project of Strategic Interest, PREMIA, which grants us a preferential permitting procedure and, among other things, allows us to obtain the project's declaration of public utility. On top of that, we have two distinct tracks for permitting. Distinct tracks for permitting. On one hand, the electrical infrastructure, and on the other, the data center building itself. And we're moving forward on both tracks in parallel.
We're moving forward
on both tracks in parallel. We have several environmental and administrative files in progress, the environmental impact assessment and the integrated environmental authorizations. It's covered.
Authorizations. Finish the sentence. If you
want. Which cover both the data center and the electrical infrastructure, are currently in the public information phase, with a resolution expected in September this year. The administrative authorizations for both the 400 kVs and 220 kVs infrastructure.
200 K?
And 20 kVs de kilovoltios.
¿Cómo lo dices?
K, no, sería KV, ¿no? Yo qué sé cómo
kV.
se dice en inglés.
Okay,
Vosotros,
kilowatts.
Kilovolts, ¿no?
Kilowatts.
Kilowatts.
Okay, kilowatts. Okay, sit
Infrastructure.
down. Sit down.
Hmm.
Okay, only because Sophia has to leave at 9:30, so I want Sophia to speak.
Whenever you want, I can make some questions to you also. Maybe next class.
Yeah, I will tell you the words in a minute. Okay, and one thing I want to say before I forget, I love your humor. I love your laughing. I love your giggling. It's cute. It's fun. It's nice, but it cannot be ridiculing yourself. Okay? Making it fun, making it lighthearted is cool, but you're not ridiculous. Okay? Yeah. And sometimes I think you laugh at yourself rather than just laugh at the situation. Okay? Go. You have like 15 minutes before you have to leave, okay?
Yeah, but
Set an alarm for 15 minutes.
what do I do now?
Do you remember any of the questions that Ima asked you last week? Yesterday? Monday?
I have more questions
She
if
has
you
more
want.
questions.
A minute.
What do you? What is it? What do you need to talk about? What do you want to say?
For example, this exercise was very good because it was about something that I just did this morning.
Yeah.
And I knew that second meeting wasn't. I couldn't explain myself as I want.
As well as I had hoped. As well as I had wanted.
So this is a very good exercise because I work on something real.
Yeah, exactly.
And I use my current language, terminology.
Terminology.
Yes, yes, we are using the daily terminology. So this was very good. Next time I will write down all these little situations.
Yeah, I recommend that. Even if it's not to bring it to me, even for you, like every time you get stuck, that's what naming your world is about. Every time you get stuck and you think, crap, I want to say that in English, but I can't, or I don't know how, or it's messy, write it down and figure it out. Bring it to me or take it to AI or whatever.
Yes. Maybe the next time I will work on a situation because yesterday I had a meeting. We were talking about the evaluations that we obtained so that we could improve further applications. And one of the points that I speak to the research team was, okay, in the gender dimension, because nowadays we have to write also the gender dimension. And I noticed that they didn't understand quite well the gender thing. Because they were talking about, conciliation, okay. So I need to improve my arguments to help them to understand how we can put the gender dimension in the research proposal, because it's not only about conciliation or equal number of women and men. So there I will have to myself to organize the ideas to talk about.
Okay.
I think I will bring this the next time. Yes.
Okay. Would you prefer to answer her questions, or would you prefer to talk about
because
that?
I have to prepare all this idea.
Okay, fine.
Because
Fine.
now this is a mess in my mind also.
Okay, fine.
Okay, how do you balance scientific excellence with the practical implementation and impact expected by the evaluators?
Again, please. Okay.
How do you balance scientific excellence with the practical implementation and impact expected by the evaluators?
How do you balance
scientific excellence
with
the practical implementation and the impact expected
and the
impact
expected?
expected?
The impact. Yeah, not
Impact.
It's impact.
Impact
The
expected.
impact expected. How would you balance scientific excellence with the
Practical implementation
implementation
and the impact
impact
expected
expected
by the evaluators.
by the evaluators?
Wow, super good question. Well, excellence, it's a point that is very important. So when we are evaluated, our proposals are evaluated on the excellence and also impact and quality of the proposal. So excellent science is very important, and I know that they may arrive to describe it very well. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't happen. But at this moment, I cannot really give an opinion on that because I'm just getting to know all these new entity, company, and research team and all of that. But once once they receive a very good evaluation on the excellence, scientific excellence on their proposals, and I suppose that they do work well on the laboratories and on research, they try to do it very good.
Very well.
Very well. Impact is also something that is evaluated, but I think they really struggle over there because impact sometimes must get to society, and you have to prove how you get to the society, and also how it lasts after project ending. And there, I think they need to reinforce also their skills on how to improve impact.
The question is about how how it's justified in an application. No,
Yeah.
how do you not only justify scientific excellence but also not forget to fully justify the implementation and then the future impact or the concrete impact that it's going to have? Is that the question or not?
If I speak on other experiences pasadas,
Yeah, if I refer to or speak about past experiences.
if I speak about past experiences, I really I miss a very I miss impact. I miss impact on
Real impact, no? Real impact,
Yes,
impact in
I
the
miss real impact.
Okay, but what you're saying is that it's not, people are not justifying it enough, or people are
It's
not
you
talking.
can justify it quite well because you can transform some narrative and some indicators that you have. You can put them well. You can say you can just say yes, we have done all these. Look, it's fine. Look, beautiful it is. But when I was in this in the field, I could see. Well, I have also a critical perspective, and I was always thinking we could do better. We could have more impact because sometimes we are just worried on how do I justify.
Worried about how we justify.
Yes, and not on how do I impact.
How do we create impact?
It's different. Sometimes we are conditioners. I don't know if it's the correct word.
Conditioned.
Or very aware on how I justify this, and I have to justify it very well. So I.
Okay, stop. So, summarize. Because now you've just been thinking, brainstorming.
Yeah.
I just want a clear answer. A clear, short answer.
Sometimes there are some imbalance on the impact section.
Some imbalance.
Imbalance on the impact section of projects because we usually are worried about justifying very well a project, but we sometimes miss the real impact on society and the real exploitation, and how do this continue after the project ends.
Okay. Does that actually answer the question?
Yes,
Because I'm not sure if the question's actually saying how. How do we balance it? And maybe you are saying it by saying, don't be too worried about justification. Don't get lost in your worrying about justifying your scientific excellence, and spend a little bit more time or give a little bit more attention to creating real impact.
The thing is that I in my previous experience, I can say that it's unbalanced. So special impact is quite unbalanced because we tend to forget how to make real impact. So the idea is there's an imbalance. It's not balanced.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually use imbalance there. I would say there's not enough real impact. Yeah, because they're saying how to create, the question is how to create balance between scientific excellence and implementation and impact. And so you want to highlight, from past experience, I have seen there is not enough attention placed on creating genuine impact. So my advice is to not get lost in justifying scientific excellence or justifying the tasks or the criteria, and actually focus more energy on creating impact.
Well, the thing is that we are working with researchers, and this morning, precisely, this morning, they were discussing about the exploitation results, and they saw
exploitation.
The exploitation
Results. Results. You said results, and it's results.
The exploitation results.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we need a partner that can do this task because we are researchers. We do not know how to get to it's kind of more business stuff, business thing. How to exploit. Okay, so it's related also with achieve industrial partners, achieve. So you create something in your laboratory because you are a scientist,
Yeah.
researcher.
You're a scientist.
But I don't know how to venderlo.
Sell it.
I don't know how to sell it.
You can use the word exploit. I don't know how to exploit it, or I don't know how to sell it.
There's a lack of skills in this field because they are strongly researched, but they lack skills on how to exploit.
So that's another piece of advice, no?
Yes.
And what would be a practical piece of advice? Maybe you need to hire people, or you need to include people in the team that can actually sell, or that can actually turn discovery into an impact, a product that creates impact.
Yes. That's it. That's very.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, to me this is very good because the arguments, the words that we are using here, I need them.
Yeah.
Really, is whether I need them. I just need to organize it well and.
Yeah. And just practice and mainly practice articulating a point. Once you have an idea, once you have it in your head, how am I going to articulate it? How am I going to say it in the most understandable way possible? Yeah. Another question?
Yes. The last question.
Questions for you also. Get ready.
In your opinion, what differentiates
What differentiates
a good proposal from an outstanding one in this program?
An outstanding es ya la mejor, ¿no?
Yeah. It's a tricky question. you have to differentiate between good and outstanding.
Yes, yes. And well, when you write a proposal, sometimes you write it, you are doing a lot of other tasks with no time, and you rush in the last minute, and you cannot see all the thing because you have wrote.
You have written.
It's kind of patchwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
have
kind
written it. Don't say kind of. Say you have written it in patchwork.
You're written in patchwork. At the end,
In the end.
if there's no good
Coherence
coherence
or cohesiveness.
Between all the parts,
Cohesion.
between all the parts, you will receive you will receive some comments and not very good. So the difference between good and outstanding, I think that the outstanding proposal is very, ¿cómo se dice? Cuidada. Está redactada de una forma muy cuidada.
It's done very carefully. Done very carefully with a lot of care.
Care, but in the
Attention to detail.
Attention to details, and that everything is connected. There's
Cohesive.
Cohesive. There's no incoherences between all the parts.
It's coherent and cohesive.
Yeah.
Okay, so say it again in one sentence.
Okay. An outstanding proposal is the one that it's written with care, and it's cohesive between all their parts.
You don't need to say between all the parts. It's cohesive.
And it's cohesive.
Because between all the parts is redundant.
Cohesive es cohesionada.
Sí, cohesionada.
Yeah.
And it's cohesive. Lo que quiero dejar claro es que
cohesive
hay un hilo
and coherent. Coherente
Coherent.
is like very similar to cohesive, no? That the parts connect.
It's not the same, no?
No, it's not exactly the same, but cohesive, I don't know how you say it in Spanish.
Coherent.
Coherent, coherente.
Coherente.
And cohesive is like that there is adhesiveness, that it's like attached, that it's connected.
Everything is connected. Everything must be connected because sometimes
Cohesivo.
it's almost connected.
In Spanish, you say cohesivo or cohesionado. You don't know the word?
Sí, cohesionado. O sea que sí, yo lo había entendido así.
Yeah. Okay.
Cohesivo no. Cohesivo yo no lo digo nunca.
Cohesivo no.
Cohesivo no. Cohesionado.
Cohesionado. Okay.
I have to go.
Okay, go.
It's time to go. No?
Yeah.
Right.
She said she had to leave earlier. You can stay. You're not free.
Ok.
Ella ha dicho que tenía que ir antes.
Ah, ok.
Y no te libera.
Ok.
Bye bye. See you.
Bye. See you on Friday.
On Friday.
Mwah.
Ok. Bueno.
That's an alarm for 15 minutes.
I continue
From where you left off. Yeah.
From where I left off.
And you're asking me a question, so shall I continue?
Shall I continue?
From where I left off.
From where I left off.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start with the slide 3. Okay. Within that regulated engagement pillar, there's a part that isn't a legal obligation, but a commitment we've taken on ourselves. One that's part of the project's ESG positioning. Meeting certain sustainability standards in our data center projects. To that end, we're working to obtain 3 sustainability certifications. The first is BREEAM certification, the international benchmark method for certifying that a data center is designed, built, and operated to high environmental standards with efficient use of resource and attention to resources and attention to the well-being of the people who use it. It affects that very specific decisions, how we design the mechanical and electrical systems, what materials we use, how we manage the construction sites. Our goal is to achieve a very good rating. The second is the EU taxonomy, the European system that classifies which economic activities can be considered environmentally sustainable.
Good. Speak slowly, okay? Speak slowly. Slow is good for you.
It sets out the technical criteria we need to meet to show that we substantially contribute to substantially contribute to Europe's climate goals without significantly harming in any other environmental objectives. And the third is ISO 14068, the standard that governs how carbon neutrality is demonstrated. It's based on a plan whose goal is first to reduce emissions, then eliminate what can't be reduced, and only at the end offset whatever remains. This offset whatever remains. This carbon neutrality management plan involves setting real measurable targets across
Real what?
measurable.
Measurable is like miserables. Unos objetivos
miserables. No, ¿cómo es? No, miserable. Measurable targets across the asset's entire life cycle. Beyond sounding good, this matters because there are auditable pieces of evidence that open the door to sustainable financing, reinforce our premium status, and strengthen our position with investors and administrations. So this isn't a secondary matter, it's part of the strategy. And I'll close with the plan's second pillar, voluntary engagement. Voluntary engagement. This covers everything we do with the community, administrations, and other stakeholders because we want to, not because we are required to. And to organize it, we've used a well-known management cycle, Plan, Do, Check, Cut. In the plan phase, we design the strategy, we map out who the stakeholders are, analyze their level of influence and interest, understand how the project is perceived socially, identify social risk, and define the KPIs we'll use to measure whether it's working.
Measure whether
it's working. In the do phase, we implement. We roll out the engagement program in phases, define the communication plan, key messages,
Key messages.
messages and channels, and set up the grievance mechanisms.
The what?
Grievance, no sé cómo se lee.
Grievance.
Grievance mechanism.
Mechanisms.
No.
Mechanism.
Mechanism.
Grievance mechanism.
Grievance mechanism. Grievance mechanism.
Mechanism.
Grievance mechanism. The formal channel through which anyone can raise a complaint or concern. In Tech, we monitor, we track the KPIs, analyze how the project is being talked about, and evaluate the results of the entire engagement process. And in ACT, we close the loop. We update the plan itself, adjust the strategy if something isn't working, and feed that we've learned into the next cycle. Because this isn't an static plan, it's a process that continuously feeds back into itself. Into itself. And with that, I'll wrap up my part, permitting that moving forward without surprises, a voluntary sustainability commitment that's opening doors for us, and a clear roadmap for our relationships with the communities. Thank you very much. Sigo, ¿no? Ahora me dices, ¿no?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'll correct some words for you. We can practice the words for you. Ha seguido la cámara.
Uy, yo tengo esto todo.
Dime algo en español. Dime algo, cuéntame algo de tu día. ¿Qué has desayunado?
¿Qué he desayunado? Pues he desayunado un yogur de coco con arándanos y nueces en el trabajo con un café con leche de almendras.
Okay. Quería escuchar tu tono de voz, tu ubicación de voz, tu tesitura, hablando en español, hablando más tranquilamente, ¿no? Because I notice that when you're speaking in English, hay como un poco de estrangulación en la voz y respiras un poco profundamente.
Es que creo que tengo algún problema ahora mismo. Cuando hablo inglés, noto que me cuesta
respirar incluso.
Respirar y
vocalizar.
Vocalizar, claro. No soy capaz, o sea, como que no controlo como si tuviera que ir a un logopeda.
La salida de aire.
La salida de aire cuando hablo y me cuesta mucho pues hacer los sonidos que antes hacía de una manera mucho más natural, como cuando hablo en español, ¿sabes?
Es pánico.
Es pánico.
Es pánico, es miedo, es inseguridad, como incomodidad.
Pero hasta cuando estoy sola, ¿sabes?
Ok, so hay que respirar profundo antes y hay que volver ahí cuando estás hablando. Yo tengo una tendencia de que cuando estoy enseñando o estoy con los niños o mi voz vuelve muy así, muy grave, muy... y tengo que hacer un poco de conciencia para que mi voz se vuelva un poco más ligera. Pero si yo estoy así y quiero hablar o quiero cantar, no puedo. Es como bloquea. Para cantar, para hablar, hay que tener aire. Hay que tener control de aire. Hay que saber que sale y lo estoy usando para hablar. Cuando hay pánico, hay tensión, todo eso está como estrangulado. Y entonces eso es una cosa que puedes observar y ir mejorando poco a poco. ¿Okay? No, tampoco se
Sí, sí.
Se cambia de un instante al otro. Es volver y volver y volver a tener la conciencia. Notar que lo estás así como empezando a estrangular tu voz. ¿Okay? Es volver a eso. Tomar un momento. Si estás en una presentación, lo estoy haciendo ahora. Son micro momentos. Solo de mirar a las personas. Míralos. Estoy imaginándolos Mira la pared detrás de alguien. Si hay varios. Solo un momento. Con seguridad, ¿no? Con postura. Estoy a punto de estornudar. Respira. Yo tuve un concierto el otro día y es como que me invitaron a cantar delante de un grupo íntimo. Nada más que llegar. Y era como un poco, necesito centrarme. Y no necesariamente por los nervios. Sí, en una época hubiera tenido un montón de nervios. Hoy en día es un poco más presencia. Presencia para disfrutar el momento. En vez de temerlo, en vez de quiero acabarlo cuanto antes, saborearlo, disfrutarlo, enredar en las palabras, masticar las palabras. Y para eso necesitas aire. Y también necesitas saber cuánto aire. Porque hay momentos que usas muy poco y hay otros momentos que es como que sacas mucho. Y eso da dinámica y tal. Entonces, también si estás concentrando un poco en eso, igual no te preocupas tanto por la pronunciación. Que no digo que no, pero si estás preocupada, eso crea pánico. Cuando estás súper centrada en tu postura, tu mirada, tu compostura, el tono, las miradas a la gente, los gestos, también es como yo voy a transmitir que yo pertenezco aquí, valgo, en vez de me siento súper insegura y... ¿Qué?
Sí, sí.
Cuando me estabas hablando de tu desayuno, había otro tono, había otro control. Y mereces tener eso o invitar eso cuando estás hablando en inglés.
Claro, pero
Y no tienes que tener perfección para llegar a eso.
sí, pero o sea, yo puedo hablar tranquila cuando sé lo que estoy diciendo, ¿sabes? Si no,
Mira, tú acabas de decirlo tú. Yo no te he dicho eso.
no, pero
Tú te estás diciendo a ti misma, yo solo puedo hablar así con control cuando sé de lo que hablo, cuando está todo perfecto, cuando está todo conforme
perfecto,
con lo que yo espero de mí.
Eso sí. Eso sí. De hecho, bueno, tengo pendiente hacer un curso también de oratoria.
Darte permiso de con quién vas a hacer el curso de oratoria.
Pues hay una mujer que me gusta mucho que se llama Mónica Galán.
Ah, no sé quién es. Recomiendo el curso de Marucci, pero acabas de perderlo porque se acaba de hacer. Pero ahora, bueno, tiene sus cosas también en el Aldea Lab. Es que la recomiendo muchísimo.
Sí, Diana lo ha hecho con ella.
Yo lo he hecho también.
¿Sí?
Es fenomenal.
¿Sí?
Te cambia la vida.
¿Sí? Porque fíjate, igual así algo presencial también me vendría mejor, ¿no? Pero se acaba de terminar.
Si no puedes hacer su curso, que lo hace en la Cámara de Comercio, es un compromiso importante porque son todas las mañanas durante un mes, creo. Pero ella tiene sus sesiones por las tardes, creo, en el Aldea Lab. O incluso de vez en cuando creo que incluso coge uno privado, no lo sé. Okay. So, let's practice some words. Govern.
Govern.
Complete.
Complete.
Respira entre cada palabra. Y respira hasta aquí. Y de una medida bastante, que es no demasiado y no demasiado poco. Porque eso pasa también. Es como las personas que son como tú, muy perfeccionistas, muy exigente consigo mismas, pues incluso te llenas demasiado. Y eso también crea como una tensión. Que me lleno como un globo. Tampoco. ¿Okay? Complete.
Complete.
Accompanies.
Accompanies.
Objective.
Objective.
Transparent.
Transparent.
Regulatory.
Regulatory.
Again.
Regulatory.
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 Again. Again.
Regulatory. 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 Regulatory.
Breathe. Woman, breathe.
Regulatory.
Yeah. Hay que tener una pequeña conciencia sobre esa palabra que el acento va al principio.
Regulatory.
Y cuando llegas a una palabra que sabes que te traba, hay que tenerla. Ingeniero. Si yo pauso un milisegundo, es una palabra que me cuesta. Si lo escucho en mi cabeza, en mi mente primero, me sale.
Engineering.
Ingeniería. No, eso no lo sé. ¿Yeah? Ingeniería. Ingeniería. ¿Lo estoy diciendo
Sí.
bien? Ok. Me suena raro. Ingeniería. Yeah. Regulatory.
Regulatory.
Complying.
Compliant.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Major.
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 Una parte grande, una parte mayor. Major.
Major.
Regulated.
Regulated.
Regulated. Yeah. I think we said it something like regulated. No, it's regulated.
Regulated.
Pursue.
Pursue.
Voluntary.
Voluntary.
Separate.
Separate.
Synchronized.
Synchronized.
Watts. Vatios.
Ah.
Watts. Claro, tú
Watts.
lo habías dicho como watts o algo así que no.
Kilovolts.
Casi no lo entendía. Watt, como de one.
Claro, porque, pero a ver,
Watts.
Kilowatts, pero
Kilowatts. Watts.
pero vatios o voltios, ¿sabes?
Esa es la pregunta.
Claro, es que hay
¿Son vatios o son voltios?
depende de una parte, o sea, cuando yo digo, es que no sé, 3000.
Porque si son vatios es watts, si son voltios es volts.
Volts. No, hay veces que digo, pero digo megavots.
Megavolts.
No, vatios,
Megawatts.
megawatts.
What es como what, como qué,
What.
¿ya? ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? Megawatt.
O kilovolts.
And this is the top teeth and the lip, yeah? Volt.
Volt.
A volt.
Volt.
Because you have voltage. No,
Voltage.
voltaje is voltage.
Voltage.
Obtained.
Obtained.
Procedure.
Procedure.
Procedure. Distinct.
Distinct.
Forward.
Forward.
Authorizations.
Authorizations.
again.
Es que si lo pienso, cuando soy capaz de pensarlo, autorización como en español, porque al final no es tan diferente.
No,
Pero
no,
yo
it's
la
super
cambio un
similar.
montón.
Yeah, but it's normal that those kind of pronunciations are difficult because sometimes it's a lot of syllables and you're like, where does the accent fall? And if the accent doesn't fall in the right place, it sounds weird. Yeah, autorizaciones. I have to think sometimes as well in Spanish. Autorizaciones. Autorizar. Authorize. Authorizations.
Authorizations. Authorizations.
Authorizations.
Authorizations.
El acento
Authorizations.
en el A, no? Authorizations.
Authorizations.
And that would happen with a lot of words, no? Like indemnization or blah, 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 Asian. Asian is going to always have the accent at the end, no? Asian. Kilowatts.
Kilovolts.
Kilowatts or kilovolts, I don't know.
Kilovolts.
Yeah, it's more like kilovolts, no?
Y megavolts.
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 Megavolts. Resources.
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 Substantially.
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 Substantially. Substantially.
Substantially.
Substantially. Substantially.
Objectives.
Objectives.
Offset.
Offset.
Measurable.
Measurable.
Like
Measurable.
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 No, not miserable.
No, miserable. Pero eso sería miserable, ¿no?
Miserable is miserable.
Miserable. Measurable.
Measurable. Measurable.
Objetivos miserables. Es que se tienen que partir de
Eso ha sido buenísimo. Assets. Assets.
Assets. Assets.
Assets. Because I think you said assets.
Assets.
It's not.
Assets.
Assets.
Assets. Pues eso lo digo, ¿no? Lo tengo que decir. Assets.
Assets. Auditable. Como auditable, ¿no?
Auditable.
No.
No.
Auditable, no.
Auditable.
Auditable. Acento al principio.
Auditable.
Auditable. And it's able, not able. Auditable.
Auditable.
Strengthen.
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 Like the word taken.
Taken.
Because sometimes you pronounce that as well, like taken. No?
Taken. Taken.
No. Taken.
Taken.
Measure.
Measure.
Messages.
Messages.
Grievance.
Grievance.
Grievance. Grievance.
Grievance.
Yeah, you pronounce the R really well. Mechanism.
Mechanism.
Project.
Project.
Sometimes you still say project.
Project.
Forward.
Forward.
Okay. Cool. It's good. Okay, yes, it's time. It's like 58 minutes past. You are looking forward to your holiday now?
Yes.